Welcome to this holy instant now. An instant to stop and remember. Remember who and what you truly are, beyond the matrix of fear, lack, and limitation. All that seems to limit you in this world is only an illusion that demands your continued belief and attention in order to have any power over you. Now is your opportunity to let go of whatever stands in the way of your complete awareness of your true and original self. Before we begin today's practice, make your intention clear in your mind. What are you letting go of that has been in the way of your freedom and fulfillment? I'm letting go of fear, doubt, unforgiveness, judgment. What are you embracing that is in alignment with your desire to awaken to your true self? I am embracing love, trust, forgiveness, innocence. Take a moment to write your intention in the comments below, now or after your practice. Share them to solidify your intention in your own consciousness and in the world. And now, sit back with your spine upright. Get comfortable and take a deep, slow breath. And as you exhale, release both past and future. Release both memory and imagination, and become fully present in the now. And let's begin. Our purpose in today's practice is to review and integrate the next two spiritual principles into our daily thought system, so as to actively apply the principles that we practice to all of the events, happenings, and relationships that we encounter in the course of this day. Our goal is to witness these principles at work in our own direct experience. Today's two principles are: God's will for me is perfect happiness, and I share God's will for happiness for me. We will work with one principle at a time, and we'll begin by thinking about it quietly and consciously, allowing your mind to relate it to your needs, your seeming problems, and all of your concerns. The basic instruction is to place the idea within your mind and let your mind use these ideas as it chooses. Give it faith that it will use them wisely, being helped in its decisions by your inner guide. What can you trust but your own direct experience? The purpose of these exercises is to bring you ever nearer to the direct experience of the truth. Be willing to open and to trust in the direction and the guidance of the highest within you. Give your mind the direction at the start, and then lean back in quiet faith and let it use the ideas you have given it as they were given you. And now, Take a deep, slow, and full breath in. And as you exhale slowly, bring to mind the first principle. God's will for me is perfect happiness. Repeat this idea slowly and consciously to yourself as you allow its meaning to blossom in your awareness. God's will for me is perfect happiness, and I can suffer, but from the belief that there is another will apart from His. The will of God is perfect happiness, and you who are part of God are included in this happiness. God is the author of life, the author of the universe, the cause and the context of all creation. The idea that there is another will apart from God's is the idea that forms the foundation of all suffering. It is this belief upon which the world of multiple powers and separate selves is founded. God's will is the universal will, and there is no will apart from God's. And yet, within the dream matrix, we perceive multiple wills in conflict with each other and even conflicting within oneself. This belief is the only interference, the only veil that overshadows the one will, the constant broadcast of God's being, which is happiness. God's being which is shared with you and is intrinsically your being. Just like when we dream at night, we forget about the life that we have outside of the dream, the self that we are, without all of those problems, concerns, and needs that our dream self seems to possess. In that very same way, we have obscured our true self in the dream of separation. We now perceive the will of God as something separate and apart from us. Nothing is affected by this confusion of ours except our own direct experience. Our true self remains forever as God created it. Creation remains unchanged by our dream. And that is why forgiveness overcomes all illusions by recognizing that they are illusions. There is nothing to do but to see that there cannot be another will apart from the omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient will of the one infinite Creator. Take the next few moments to place this idea in your mind. God's will for me is perfect happiness, and and let your mind relate it to your needs, your seeming problems, and all of your concerns. Do this now. And now, take another deep, slow, and full breath in. And as you exhale slowly, bring to mind the second principle. I share God's will for happiness for me. Repeat this idea slowly and consciously, and allow the full meaning of this idea to blossom in your mind as you repeat it to yourself now. I share God's will for happiness for me. I share the infinite Creator's will for me because I am one with the Creator. What He has given me is all I want because what He has given me is all there is. In my creation, from the very first, all of God's qualities, power, and creations were given to me, shared with me. Inasmuch as the body shares all of its resources with all of its cells and organs, in the very same way, the infinite Creator, the universal context, the one in which we live and move and have our being, shares all of itself with every part of itself. And you, who are part of God, share in the will of God, and your true will wills perfect happiness for you. Take the next few moments to place this idea in your mind. I share God's will for happiness for me. And let your mind relate it to your needs, your seeming problems, your choices and decisions, and all of your concerns. Do this now. And now, as you approach the completion of this practice period, take a deep, slow, and full breath in, breathing all the way to the top, and hold it as you behold the intention to integrate the fruits of your practice into your thought system. And as you exhale now, relax and release and allow the integration to take place. And remember to bring these ideas with you into the rest of your day. Attempt to give these ideas a brief but conscious review each waking hour. You can use one on the hour and the other a half an hour later. And you need not give more than just a moment to each one. Simply repeat the idea and allow your mind to rest a moment in silence and in peace. And as you turn to other things, try to keep the thought with you and let it serve to help you to keep your peace throughout the day. And as we close this practice period, take a moment now to thank yourself for taking the time to connect with truth and to remember and activate the state of peace and happiness within yourself. And remember to carry this sense of gratitude and inner peace with you as you go about your day, doing what needs to be done, but knowing that you are always connected to the love and joy of God. If you enjoyed and benefited from this practice, please like the video, comment about your experience below, share your intentions for what you are releasing and what you are embracing this day, and be sure to subscribe to continue this journey. May you be at peace and know your true self.